All right, let's talk about something serious. When you're under a heavy bar, the absolute last thing you should be questioning is your equipment. And that's why today we're taking a hard look at a brand that's all over the lifting community, Vulcan Strength. They make some seriously beefy looking gear, but is it the right call for your gym? Let's dig in and find out. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to get to know who these guys are. Then, we'll check out the arsenal of equipment they actually build. After that, we're going to crunch the numbers, see what the reviews are saying, before we get to the real juicy part, the good versus the bad. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a final verdict. And look, this is exactly why we're doing this. Because when you're pushing your limits, good enough equipment just doesn't cut it. The gear you use has to be rock solid, from the barbell in your hands to the power rack that literally has your back. Bottom line, quality is safety. Period. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. Who exactly is Vulcan Strength? What's the story behind the name? Well, right off the bat, a few key things jump out. They're a veteran-owned American company hailing from North Carolina, and they've been in the game for a while, since around 2009. And their mission seems pretty clear: make professional-grade gear and get it directly to the people who are serious about lifting. All right, so we know who they are. Now, what do they actually make? Let's take a look at their arsenal, because it looks like they're trying to be the whole package for anyone building a serious gym. And yeah, they've pretty much got the whole shebang. We're talking bumper plates, heavy-duty steel racks, all kinds of barbells, kettlebells, you name it, it's on the list. It's obvious they're aiming to be a one-stop shop, whether you're decking out your garage gym or a full-blown commercial facility. Okay, the equipment looks the part, but what are people who've actually bought it saying? Now, this is where the plot really thickens, because the numbers, well, they seem to tell two slightly different stories. First things first, is their website legit? You bet. Scam Detector gives it a solid 90 out of 100. They call it authentic and secure. So right away, we know this is a real, trustworthy business. That's a great start. Okay, next up, let's check reviews.io. And wow, out of more than 3,400 reviews, they're sitting at a fantastic 4.8 out of 5 stars. And, get this, 95% of those people would recommend them. So everything's looking golden, right? But then you hop over to Trustpilot, and the score takes a nosedive to a 3.7. Now, yeah, it's from fewer reviews, but that's a big drop. More than a full point. That's a major red flag. So what on earth is going on here? What are these customers experiencing that the others aren't? And this, right here, is the heart of the matter. The customer feedback really splits into two distinct camps. It creates this fascinating tug-of-war that seems to define the entire Vulcan experience, a conflict between an amazing product and, well, a sometimes frustrating journey to actually get it right. You can see it plain as day. It's like two sides of the same coin. On one side, you have people absolutely raving about the gear. It's durable, it's well-made, and they love supporting a veteran-owned company. But on the other side, a pattern of problems starts to emerge. Customer service going dark, major shipping delays, and every now and then, a slip-up in quality control. And look, this isn't just an abstract idea. This is a direct quote from a customer. They ordered a bench, got that first confirmation email, and then nothing. Crickets. You can just feel the frustration building when your money's been taken, but your gear is just gone. And here's another one that shows that brutal 1-2 punch. First, the customer gets a defective kettlebell. That's the quality control slip. And then, when they try to get it fixed, they just run into a brick wall with customer service. This is exactly why those Trustpilot scores are dragging the average down. Okay, so we've seen the company, we've seen the products, and we've definitely seen the conflicting reviews. It's time to pull all these threads together and finally answer the million-dollar question: should you actually buy from them? So with everything we've looked at, we come back to this. Is Vulcan Strength the right choice for your gym? Let's get to the final breakdown. So here's the deal. Vulcan Strength is absolutely a legitimate company making some high-performance, built-to-last equipment. No question about it. The product itself is the real deal. The risk, the gamble really, is everything that happens after you click buy. The shipping, the communication, the customer support. This makes them a potentially great fit for a certain kind of person, the serious, patient lifter who cares more about the final product than a perfectly smooth shopping experience. And that really leaves us with the one final question you have to ask yourself. Is having premium, bomb-proof equipment worth the roll of the dice on customer service? It's a trade-off, plain and simple. The product versus the process. And the right answer to that? Well, that depends entirely on what you value most.